Hello, student. Today we will discuss our next topic in first chapter crop production. Let's see. Some crops grown in India. Look at in this table crops and their examples. Crop first cereals, rice, wheat, paddy, maize, pulses, gram, pea, beans, moong, vegetables. Vegetables are like cabbage, cauliflower, brinjal. Fruits like mango, apple, pear, guava. Spices like cardamom, black pepper. Fiber crops, cotton, jute, hemp. Plantation crops, tea, coffee, rubber, coconut. Sugar crops like sugarcane, sugar beet. Oil crops, groundnut, mustard, custard, sunflower. In this table, we see that some crops and some their example. Next topic, cropping pattern. India is very vast country. The climatic condition like temperature, humidity and rainfall vary from one region to another. A rich variety of crops are grown here. The cropping pattern are two types. Students, we also know that India is the seventh largest country in area and second largest in population. So the climatic condition and temperature, humidity, rainfall all are good for crop production. So our farmers depend on all these things for crop production. Students, our pattern are two types. First, Kharif crops. Second, Rabi crops. We will discuss first Kharif crops. The crop that are sown in this rainy season are called Kharif crops. Kharif crops are sown at the beginning of the monsoon season, June, July, and are harvested in the end of the monsoon season, September and October. Student, as we know that our Kharif crops sown in a month of June, July and harvested month of September, October. Kharif crops are required a rainy season and rain water for their production. Examples like soybean, groundnut, cotton, etc. are example of Kharif crops. Second, Rabi crops. The crops that are sown in the winter season are called Rabi crops. Rabi crops are sown at the beginning of winter season, month of October, November, and are harvested in March, April. Students, our Rabi crops sown in month of October, November, and harvested month of March and April. In Rabi crops, we see a difference. Rabi crops does not depend on rainy season, but our Kharif crop depend on rainy season. Some example of Rabi crops: wheat, gram, pea, mustard, linseed are example of Rabi crops. See this box. Do you know a crop grown for the purpose of food is called food crop? For example, wheat and paddy. Our Indian farmers grown many types of crops. Some farmers grown food crops like wheat and paddy. And second, a crop grown for the purpose of sale and profit and not for subsistence is called a cash crop. For example, tea and coconut. As we know that our farmers also grow cash crops like sugarcane, cotton, tea, coffee, coconut, all are the example of cash crops. Agriculture practices. Agriculture practices are activities in a particular sequence undertaken by farmers over a period of time to cultivate food crops. Agriculture practices are when our farmers cultivated their field and sequence through a period of time. The following various steps are involved in the cultivation of crops. Our farmers take various steps to cultivate their fields and preparation for crops. First, preparation of the soil. First step taken by our farmers is preparation of the soil, selection of seed and sowing. Farmers select their varieties, which varieties is good for production. Third, manuring. Our farmers use fertilizers, manure fertilizers, and chemical fertilizers. Which one is good? So they use in the crop production. Fourth, irrigation. Irrigation is a very important for the sowing the growing the crop. In growing the crops. 5, protection from beets and pest. Protection from beets and pest. Our farmers use insecticides and sprays for kill the insects in their crops. 6, harvesting, threshing and winnowing. After the crop is completed and time to harvesting, threshing and winnowing. 7, storage and distribution. After they cut the crop, our farmers used to storage and distribution. We take one example. When our potato are out from the field, the farmers used to store in cold storages and distribute some markets, so they don't damage and farmers don't get loss. Our uh, our next topic, preparation of the soil. The preparation of the soil is one of the important step in agriculture. This step involve the process of loosening the soil, plowing, digging and manuring and the labeling. uh, our farmers use many important steps in agriculture like plowing, digging, manuring, and labeling. So the field is equal to the level and first and the crop varieties. A student, all we know that the plowing of the soil allow the roots to penetrate deep into the soil and take in air easily, water, minerals, and some small living organisms along with dead organic matter add various nutrients to the soil, turning up and loosening of the soil. Bring these nutrients in the top layer of the soil so the plants may get these nutrients easily. As we know that when our soil dig deeply, the seeds go deeply and sown in a good posture and easily. Turning up and loosening the soil bring these nutrient in the top layer of the soil so the plants may get these nutrient. So our plants take easy nutrients from the soil and may get easy grow. Plowing or digging, the process of loosening and turning up of the soil is called plowing. This is done by using a wooden or iron plow. A plow has a strong rectangular iron strip called plowshare. When our farmers loosening their soil, they use plowing. They use many different weapons like plow, wooden and iron plow. A plow has a strong triangular iron strip called plowshare. They also use a triangular iron strip and this is called plowshare. The main part of the plow is long log of wood and is called plow shaft. As we see that our farmers use iron plow with wooden plow, a plow shaft. This is joint our bolts. Plow are either drawn by blocks or driven by tractors. Tractor driven plowing saves time and labor. We see our farmers use different different steps, different types like tractors, bullock pair for the loosening of the soil. Loosening of soil by flowing has the following advantages. First, it permits easy and deeper penetration of the roots. It provides good aeration to the roots. It helps to bring nutrient-rich soil to the top for plant use. It promotes growth of useful microorganisms in the soil. It retain moisture for a longer period. It prevents growth of harmful pests. It helps to uproot the weeds. So our farmers use these steps for making a good soil loosening. So their crops show in good way and proper way and get higher production in their crops. So student, we will discuss our next topic, labeling, in next video.